Going into preload mode. We need to wait till the ad before we can play an ad because ad break. Otherwise, it's just going to interrupt the first part of the stream. And
Boo.
boo. Or you can just press the button now and it counts, but it doesn't count.
It's stupid.
You're stupid.
No,
You're
I'm not. I have a
stupid.
20 intelligence. I have intelligence. Might not be mine, but I have it.
What
You
you?
steal from me?
Sorry. You can't steal something that's not there.
Yeah, because I no longer have it.
Trust me, it was never there to begin with.
I'll get it back. One day.
How are you going to get it back?
Magic.
But you need to be smart to use magic.
Oh,
No, you don't. You just
Amberlyn
need-
will help me.
You can be really, really charismatic and use magic.
And fireball.
Yes.
Won't that burn it?
We'll see.
Only one way to find out.
Intelligence burns. Scientist perplexed.
Well, on the plus side, maybe if it's raw intelligence and you use fireball, you'll cook it.
Cooked intelligence. Intelligence can be cooked now.
Yes.
Science is even more baffled.
Science
Cooks are
also
delighted.
says you have to verify. So let's do it again.
Ifilit's astounded by new discovery. We've been eating it raw this whole time.
Okay then. The outbreak is over. We're here. Hello everyone. Welcome to D&D with Dungeon Master Kotlol. I am your Dungeon Master Kotlol with tonight's session. I'm not being awkward at all. You're being awkward. Don't look at me like
you?
that. No, let's not discuss semantics. Anyway.
You're being weird about it. Again.
Anyway, tonight we are joined by a group of adventurers. We are joined by a puppy.
Hi.
We are joined by a Lucas.
Greetings and salutations.
We are joined by an Amberlyn.
Hi, everyone.
And we're joined by an Ozius, who's apparently an
Oh.
idiot.
This session is so doomed.
Because of you?
Mm-hmm.
At least he admits it.
Because of your missing intelligence?
What intelligence?
My point exactly.
I
So-
would have to be aware of it to miss it.
That's wisdom. So, last time, the group went into the Jugar main city with some discussions going on. Your roguish person named Lucas was disguised as one of them, but eventually shed disguise and nothing really of note happened because these Drugar are very unaware and very, well, how would I say this? Drunk.
Lacking in intelligence?
I think all their stats just have negatives except their strength and constitution. Anyway, after that, you met with the king, and after some dealings and convincings and everything else, you were able to secure a deal with the Drugar. And they suggested that you would go to see the Quake office to see if they want to join the fight for some reason or another. After that, you were offered, more likely instructed, to stay in with the city for 1 day, and you got a nice, cozy bed in a jail
prison.
cell in prison, because it turns out it turns out the Drugar are so not making buildings for people that aren't Drugar that it's the only place you can actually stay.
Yay!
Yay. With that said, some of you went into the city and shenanigans.
Someone got shot from the sky, I think.
Yeah, you got shot because you flew into the sky, which you shouldn't have done. And
They did.
they did, yeah. 2 of you did. And you did find a place to eat, but you had trouble fitting in, almost literally with fitting in.
Can't hear you.
What?
Nope.
No.
What? You can't
Oh,
hear
now we
me?
can hear you.
Oh, there you go. You
Oh.
went quiet for a minute. Weird.
Weird. Because the microphone was going up and down, so I was like, what the hell? What are you talking about? I am hearable. But yeah, you 2 of you went into a place to eat and drink, but you had trouble fitting in, literally. So, with that said, I believe you 2 are, the rest is still staying at the jail, so doing whatever. Are you, Poppy, Lucas, are you doing anything specific?
I'm just getting some rations out and just dividing them between us. Between everyone remaining, because, we gotta eat something.
I see.
Yeah.
Because I bought enough rations for everyone.
Because the rational thing to do.
Oh, shut up!
Oh,
Eh,
Is that where rational comes from, actually?
maybe.
Anyway. Alzias, Emily, you're still having drinks and food, I believe?
Mm-hmm.
Just mostly eating inside, laying on the floor, or hunching down, or whatever you're doing to accommodate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Two of the restaurants. Is there anything you've already ordered your food? I believe it says in my notes that you have. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got your food. You got some drinks. Is there you're eating, drinking? Is there anything you wish to do before you leave, or anything you want to look around, or anything? Nothing. Not really.
Oh, I'll see it.
oh yeah.
They like ale here, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we should ask them if they have anything special.
Oh, yeah.
God.
I mean, now we're here. Might as well try some new things.
Oh,
If they have it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Why do I have? And now the fear has struck in. Okay. You two approach the bartender of this establishment. What do you ask him?
Do you have
Hello there.
any special regional ale?
Yeah. Special as it gets, preferably.
Special? We have so many. We have 3 specials here. We have the one that punches you in the face. We have the one that gives your guts a twist, and we have the one that just, well, from what I can tell, we call it the my leg doesn't move.
Oh, they all sound so good. Which one do you recommend? What's your favorite one of them?
Favorite one, eh? Probably the punch him.
2 punches, please.
Oh, just wait a second. Those are the ones on the regular menu, right? Don't you have a special menu?
Ah. Oh, you mean like the stuff your authorities don't want to know know about.
I don't know what you're talking
Indeed.
about. Yes.
But to be fair, if you found dead in an alley, it's not really any sort of my skin. Fine. Let's see here. I have a specific brand of moonshine that I can't really tell where I get it from. But I have it right down here under the caskets.
Hmm. Now that sounds like something we would like to have.
Yep. Sounds unique.
Indeed, we'd like to try new things.
Mm-hmm. Alright, that will be 20 silver. I've still run a business here.
Yeah,
Here you
there
go.
you go. Oh,
Oh.
okay. Well, I mean, if you want to pay, go for it.
I never want to pay.
He gently
I know,
takes.
just pay.
He just takes the silver. Okay. Yep, unmarked. Now it doesn't. Now nobody knows. He pulls out 2 drinking glasses, no, not drinking glasses. The actual drinking glasses. He pulls out a flagon, starts filling it up, and as the liquid is dripping down, you can smell the strength of the alcohol coming from it. It's almost like, and as the keeps pouring, this greenish liquid looks like there's a little bit of steam coming from it when it fills up. And it's like, now if you die, do it in the alley, please.
I have no intention of dying. And
We're not allowed to
20
drink in
silver,
here?
it's just so weird. Like 2 gold would have been so much easier.
You and I both know that gold has to be marketing. You're outsiders. Anyway, he turns his back to you and just walks off.
Well, cheers.
Yeah, we just drink it there. Why not?
Both of you inside check before you drink.
What, inside?
Yeah, inside before you drink.
Oh.
Alrighty.
23?
23 and wait for Emberlyn.
Yeah. I don't know anything.
So Emberlyn, this drink, well, despite the obvious red flags you don't really care about, you look at this drink and it's like, those red flags means it's probably very strong and very good. Raven, he was Ozzius. Note that the bartender pretty much thinks you're gonna die from drinking it, so if you're gonna drink this, well, you're gonna either have one hell of a time or one hell of a time. You mean I'll drink if you want to.
Let's see, do I... Yep, I'm going to cast Aura of Purity before I do.
Purity. Ah. Okay, that's good.
Yes! I'm not stupid as a player!
Funnily enough, that 30-foot radius that also meets every Drugar in this establishment.
Yep.
Oh my. Okay, do you
You're going
both
to have some difficulty getting drunk.
Everyone is gonna have difficulty getting drunk. Okay, you may roll. You may both drink. if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, same.
Do you down it, or you just take a small sip, or do you take a normal sip?
A normal sip.
Down it.
Oh my
Okay.
fucking god.
Oh my fucking god. Okay.
This is a lot like a Luna, right?
Both of you, Constitution saving throw.
Advantage?
Yeah, you have advantage because of your aura of purity. Same goes for Emberlyn because you're near him.
No.
Okay. Obvious, you take a sip and you're like, oh, that burns a bit. At first you think it's a bad burn, but no, it's kind of a good burn. You think you had the flavor in it? Apple? No? Some sort of fruit? But the rest is just the taste of a strong alcoholic beverage. It's more overwhelming. And as it goes down your gullet, the smell from the drink is just going up from your stomach, up your esophagus to your nose, and you're like, oh.
Is that apple? Or is it some other fruit?
But you're standing. Okay, Emberlyn. Same to you. And you do have to take a deep breath afterward. Despite everything, something strong like that can give quite a kick to you.
Well, I didn't take damage, so my concentration is up. Let's take some more.
You didn't take damage, no. You both didn't take any damage or got any bad effects. You both passed the clears.
Yep. Continue drinking.
I would just say, hey, bar guy, you can bring us another one? You don't feel anything.
You don't feel... Oh my god, they're... Fine, one on the house.
That's so generous of you.
Just this once. Call it curiosity. Okay. Okay, how do you both drink this?
Just normal.
Okay, and do you down it, Emberlyn?
Also is only take a sip.
Yeah.
It also is only take a sip, or
Yeah, you
drank
got
the
a
rest in a
refill.
sip?
You...
I also drank the rest of it eventually.
Okay. Constitution saving throw.
Advantage you can, right?
Luckily there was advantage, so that one doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
But considering how much you two had. Ozius. You take it. After already having one, you drink it again.
Yeah.
And that penetrating smell goes through your nose. Your stomach feels like it's on fire. You can feel. You don't know what you're feeling, but something feels flowing through you.
I need to extinguish that fire, and I downed the rest.
God. Yeah.
You say fire? Fireball.
Feels like.
Never mind.
You take 4 points of poison damage from doing that.
Oh, resistance to poison damage? That's 2. That's
Yeah.
easy.
Emberlyn, considering you're downing again, yeah, you feel this whole energy going through you, numbing your senses. You are clearly intoxicated now from that. You take half points of bludgeoning, cutting, and piercing damage. You have damage resistance against that for the time being because your senses are that numbed. But you disadvantage for any dexterity checks, strength checks, intelligence checks, wisdom checks. Charisma checks depends on if you fail the Constitution saving throw every time you have to do a charisma check.
Okay,
This is 24 hours, by the way, this effect.
but I feel good, right?
Oh, you feel fine. You're completely numb to almost anything.
Mm, cool.
You don't take damage though, because of your resistance. The only one that took damage was Ozzy because of how he drank it, and because you're downing it, you're already going down the rabbit hole. So the poison damage was nullified by you being too drunk for it.
Hey, bar guy.
Yes.
Could I get like a bottle or a little bottle of this stuff and take it with me? I really like it, you know.
He quirks his eyebrow. You do know you could literally die from this stuff, right?
I know, just
Sounds like any alcohol to me.
If you can cough up 10 gold, I'll give you the whole remaining batch.
how much is that? Like,
That's 100 silver.
what's left of the batch? Yeah, but what's left of the batch?
Do you ask him?
Mhm.
Do you ask him?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's still 2 bottles.
Two
Which,
bottles.
how many, and if you want to know how many glasses those are, 1 bottle is 8 glasses, so 16 glasses.
Alrighty. I'll buy it. Here's and gold.
Oh my god. Well, considering this will keep the shiners happy, pulls down 2 large bottles and puts them down in front of you.
Thank you.
And if the guards,
Ozzy,
and if the
not
guards
going-
ask where you got it, just say you took it with you when you got into the city.
Oh, I think I'm
We
in
did, right?
Dwarvish.
Oh no, we took it when we went to the city. That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is really nice stuff. Ozzy just
Yeah.
speaks in Dwarvish.
Alright.
Well,
Anyway. And he goes to help other patrons out because some of them had trouble getting drunk, so they're ordering a bit more.
They couldn't get. Oh. Drops concentration.
You already dropped concentration because you took poison damage, remember?
No, I would have to do a concentration check,
Oh, yeah.
but I dropped it. Yeah,
Oh.
fine. Mm.
So what are you gonna do with those 2 bottles of moonshine? It's just
Um,
Drugar moonshine. Just
I'm
call it
gonna
Drugar
add them.
moonshine if you want to know. Just call it Drugar moonshine.
I'm gonna save this. This will come in handy at some point, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, bag of holding.
Or I'll just put it in my bag, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Shall we go back to prison?
Back to prison.
Yeah.
Well, we're in a town where people usually don't really go to. There might be more things to explore. Maybe
Okay.
find out some secrets about how they gain power or money or whatever.
Sure, let's do it. All 3 of us. Me and the
Yep.
twins.
Lucas, Poppy, could you please roll me? Just roll me a wisdom check.
What?
Yeah, I want to roll a wisdom check.
Roll a what?
Wisdom check.
Ah,
Yeah, we
Wisdom
didn't
check.
hear that.
Why is my microphone being cut off? Quit it.
I don't know. Discord is saying like, oh, it works, but
I thought it's Discord. Got it.
Wisdom save or wisdom check? Sorry,
Wisdom check.
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 You can also press save, but whatever, save difference.
Check.
Not bad.
Don't worry. Lucas, you are just relaxing in your cell. despite everything, you're back in a cell. You've been in the cells before, but at least the bed is very nice for once, and the cell's door's open. Technically, the nicest cell you've ever been. And you try to think like, is everyone okay? And it's like, probably. Poppy, you do get a bit of the feeling that you just have this sixth sense feeling that something is going awry somewhere, but you don't know what exactly.
Oh boy.
You just have a gut feeling that something is bad, that something bad might happen.
Right.
I wonder what.
I'm just lying back on the bed, ferret on my chest, fussing it. Whatever's going on, it doesn't involve me. I can't get in trouble for it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
I can't get in trouble for it.
Yes.
so. With that said, you two, where are you going?
Us? We're not going anywhere.
I mean, the other two. The other two.
Ah.
Ozzy, Emily, what are you going to do?
Roam around to see if we find anything or anyone interesting.
You just roam around.
Yeah, makes sense since we're drunk. Wait, do they have any kebab here?
Just 8.
D12.
Who? Both of us?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Emberlyn, you have the feeling that you should just go west. Ozzius, you have the feeling to go east.
Oh. We should go west.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's the direction I'm pointing in, right? That's also where you want to go.
Oh, that's the wrong direction. Complete opposite.
The direction I'm pointing in is not the direction you want to go?
Not where these two of you are pointing. Nope, nope, nope.
Wait, how do you actually know where east is this time? Oh, wait, you're drunk. Then you do know directions.
That's the opposite. He knows where he's going now.
Yeah. Indeed.
Makes sense to me.
Well, I don't care. I'm going that way.
He was gonna wander westwards.
Don't go without me. You're no fun. Jeez.
We'll go your
And then
direction
Algius
after.
follows.
Okay, as you stumble through the streets of this Drugar city, there are people walking around still, but they're all, giving you weird looks because outsiders. You've already been through
But
this
we're
song.
blending in so well.
You're both stumbling drunk. And can both of you roll me a perception check?
Whoops. Why did it do advantage there?
I don't know.
Oh,
I did.
because it was still enabled.
Evelyn, you decide to just look around the place. Well, you can't find anything you're looking for. There's just Drugar everywhere. Bearded men and bearded women everywhere. All short in stature and dark-skinned with white hair. Yes, we're going with the more accurate description for dwarves. Thank you very much. And Mausius, you also look around. You also look up, and you remember seeing the tower that shot you for a moment. Then you look at the opposite, and there's an even bigger tower there with even more cannons. But you don't smell any food. Otherwise, not really anything you see that would, catch your interest that much. You're too drunk.
I told you it was the other direction. I don't smell any food here.
You're right. Let's go the other way.
Okay.
You both stumble back down the street. Luckily, you just keep following the cobblestone path.
Ooh, there's a bar here. Maybe they have food.
Oh,
Don't worry, you
let's
both...
do it.
Oh god, you guys are actually gonna go there again. Are you really going back in the bar you came from drunkenly?
Oh, do I recognize if it's
Yes.
the bar from before?
Yes. Even you drunk and stupid, you know you've been here.
Then I'm like, obvious, we've been here. We need to find some other place.
Okay.
Mm.
Then at least they know us.
Yeah, that's probably not a good thing.
Oh. Okay, let's go.
Well, at least now we know this stuff is strong. We have some with us, so this will be interesting.
Okay.
We can
brought it.
probably poison some people with it.
So
Exactly.
do you keep following the cobblestone road?
Cobblestone path. The yellow cobblestone
Oh
path.
god, this is gonna be the drunken adventure episode, isn't it?
Oh no, are we going down?
I wish
Wait.
the others would have too. We could offer them some booze. Even though Puppy is probably not allowed to drink, but...
She's big enough. Well, I was
Oh.
her size. I was small.
Roll me.
Yep.
I want you to D2. Basically flip a coin. D2.
Hey.
We agree.
Okay.
Yeah, wow. It's a miracle.
You keep heading eastwards.
Oh.
Okay.
It was literally deciding, like, are you gonna go do some? Are you gonna go on the forking road somewhere, or are you gonna go straight?
Mm.
And keep going, and
Ooh.
eventually you see these great fields ahead of you. Some buildings in distance, and it looks like preparation for construction in this area.
Interesting.
Okay. Why did you
Building.
walk through the river? Why did you walk through the river? You'll be here.
Because it's there?
So there.
How deep is the river?
Well, Drugar can swim in it, but for you it comes up to your chest here.
Oh, fine. I'll follow the path first.
Okay, so is there anything you want to do? Oh, you just want to go to the building.
Well,
Well.
there might be something interesting there, so... Yeah.
Okay. Oh, God. Okay, guys. You guys go down the path, over across the bridge. Walking through this construction site. You still don't know how late it is because underdark. Hi, cat. So, which building are you gonna go to?
Which one looks the most interesting to find anything interesting or powerful?
Considering everything, probably the church building.
That makes sense. Yeah, gotta go there.
Yep.
Cat, could you not? Cat, could you not?
Nope.
Okay. You come across this church that's still being built. The bell tower's not done yet, but most of the building seems to be done. The doors are in there. You could enter if you want to.
Obvious. This is a church, so it's your place, right? No relation and stuff.
No, wrong god, I think.
Wow. Let's see what's inside.
You open the doors. You notice
Always boring.
that the inside of the church is mostly empty. There's nothing there. Not even statues. There are some columns. There is clearly a podium. There is a doorway that heads into the back. There's a doorway that goes down below it. That's open, but otherwise mostly empty. It's still under construction. The church seems to be
It's boring.
I'd like to try to find out or sense if there's anything arcane going on or buried or whatever.
Do you want to sense any magic nearby? That's an Arcana check, yes.
Yeah.
What's up? No, what do you want, kitty? Come on. Come on. Come on. She bumped the microphone again. No, you don't want that. You want this. Sorry, I can't read the thing right now. There was a cat blocking it with the button. I was trying to get her to move. Arcana check.
Sounds like
11.
a skill issue.
You try to check if there's any strong magics around and just focus, but you just can't get a beat on anything. You might be a little bit too drunk.
That makes sense.
Even-
What was it? What did I expect from a Joker City? You know.
Remember,
boy.
your senses are numbed. Your senses are numbed. Cat, come on, not now. No, ga maar liggen. Of je gaat liggen, of je gaat weg.
Alright.
Cat.
Do you just want to go back to the bed
Ah,
and present, stuff like that?
let's get locked up together.
I didn't hear that right. I woke out.
Yeah.
Or pretend I didn't.
Emberlyn. Yeah, Emberlyn, you walked out. Ozzy's going after her.
Yep.
Can you roll me a quick perception? Okay, now we're gonna have some fun. As you stop at the door, you want to open it and go after Emberlyn, and then you heard something. First you thought heard a voice. Could have been the wind. I mean, this place is still being built, so there might be a draft, but you're not really sure. Do you try? What do you do with that information?
Player in me says I should investigate. Ozzy in me says I completely ignore it.
Well, you can flip a coin.
Completely ignored.
Okay. Okay, so you completely ignore it. Okay. Do you both head back to the jail cell?
Do we
Okay.
find the jails?
Do you want to fly in a drunken state?
No. Do we find? Question.
What do you mean find?
If they can make their way
I mean,
there
we're drunk.
through because they keep getting lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna roll for.
Oh, okay.
It takes you about 2 hours to find your way back to the jail cell. Your bodies are tired. You should probably head to bed. Feel like you're gonna collapse. Is there anything else?
Nah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you all are going to go to sleep?
Yeah, I'm already asleep by the time they get back.
Yeah.
Okay. So you may all take a long rest. Emmeline, you will lose 8 hours. You have lost now 10 hours of the effect. So you still have
I
14
believe it.
hours.
We're gone for one little drink, and they fall asleep without us.
They're no fun.
No.
Okay.
Oh well, nighty night.
Goodbye.
So, one moment. Okay. So, you all take your long rest, sleep up. Two of you try to shake off your drunken stupor. Algius, you'll be fine the next morning. Emberlyn, you will still be under the effects, but you're not really hazed anymore. So you are more clear, but your senses are still numbed.
Alrighty. Do we have a hangover?
Yes,
Nothing.
you have hangovers.
Oh.
You're very obvious hangovers.
Oh. I don't feel like my head is on fire.
No, it feels like your hack is thumping. So, clearly everyone who didn't go drinking wakes up before the drinkers. That is kind of obvious.
No duh.
So, Poppy, Lucas, the fairy, and Erica all eventually wake up around the same time. And still knows that the people that came late are still asleep.
At least I found our way here.
Do they absolutely stink of booze?
Yes.
Yeah.
No need perception that you know when someone's been drunk. You've known it pretty well from your life experiences, and you can smell it on them. Though it is a different kind of odor, it has similarities to it.
Garby just goes, ew!
Ew.
Well, there's only one thing to do then. I'll start looking for a frame. I'm going to start cooking a fryer.
What are you gonna try and cook something?
Yep.
Well, this is a jail where you're in, so you might have to find a cafeteria or a place where they could cook.
Yeah.
Or you might have to start a campfire and cook above that.
Oh, well, so we can come up with sort of controlled campfire situation.
Do you want to do it?
Sorely tempted.
I need a yes or no.
No.
Okay.
I don't really want to go poking around the city to go and buy all the ingredients.
I mean, yeah, you need wood, you need to flint and stone, and if you don't have that ready, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Then there's the question of if they'd sell it to us.
Exactly. So, what do you do? What are you to do? Are you gonna wait till the other ones wake up?
I'm moving over and just poking at Ozzy to see if I can get him to wake up.
What? Punk? Ozzy, how do you respond?
I don't.
Okay. Still, it's out cold. He's a smelly turtle. Lucas, anything you want to do? Or are you just gonna wait?
Can I summon my mage hand?
Okay.
Stand about 30 feet away from the turtle, then send the mage hand to go and poke.
Poink. Okay, mage hand poking. Less effective than poppy poking, though.
Mm.
Still out cold. He's not responding.
Good lord, what did I drink last night?
You haven't tried the bucket technique yet.
Ah. Oh. That gives me an idea.
Okay, have fun with it. What do you tell me?
Okay.
Tell me. I can hear the laugh. I want to hear it. I want to hear what you're trying to try to do.
Okay, I presume there's some sort of bucket-like container and a source of water nearby, yeah?
You do have to look for a bit, but you do find a bucket and with a mop. As for water, there is indeed a well just outside the building.
Okay. I'm going to half fill the bucket with water. I'm going to use my shaped water cantrip to freeze it,
Uh-huh.
break it up into chunks of ice, add more water. I'm going to give these two the ice buckets.
Oh god!
Okay. You want to wake him with an ice bucket.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, that's effective.
Okay. Who do you gonna do first? Or are you gonna ice bucket first?
Let's ice bucket Emberlyn first.
Just don't ice bucket the hair.
No, not the hair.
Okay. You're gonna push ice bucket to Emberlyn.
Yeah.
Okay, Emberlyn. I want you to know as a player, if you get hit, do you want to wake up or do you want to sleep?
I think I'd actually, if that would scare me.
Mhm.
If I wake up, I think there would be a response, like automatically.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, yeah, if it wakes me up, then
So, wake up, okay. Con saving throw. To see if that wakes you up.
Oh.
Well, as the ice cold water comes in contact with the fabrics, you already feel the singeing cold and you wake up before the water fully douses you. And you get up and you stand up quickly, instantly able to respond to anything. That is the fastest you've ever woke up.
oh,
You're welcome.
I'm gonna create a wall of fire, probably, like to protect myself because I.
You gotta cast wall of fire.
Building. Oh.
Are you good?
Yeah,
Isn't Ozzy asleep next to you?
I don't know. It's like it's not like I can see my surroundings before I cast wall of fire. When something attacks me.
Okay, the first thing is, if you're gonna cast wall of fire, where are you casting it to?
I can't hear you again.
Where do you cast wall of fire to?
Like in a circle around me.
So you're encircling yourself how many feet?
No, just close to me, like around me to protect only myself, basically.
Yeah, but I'd like to know that these jail cells aren't that big, so...
So at 10, what is that? 10 feet, like the first, the smallest I can make it, basically, to contain myself.
Okay. I'm guessing that Poppy and Lucas are not standing in the cell. You're outside the cell, right?
Yeah,
no.
I wasn't planning on standing close in case I got punched. So
Okay, so you're out of reach.
happened
Yeah.
a lot.
So yeah, the first reaction she does is set everything on fire around her by creating a wall of fire. This cell now looks very burned. It's a good thing cells are underground and mostly made of stone because that much fire would probably set a whole wooden building on fire. It's a good thing the Underdark doesn't have much wood. That said, there's a lot of fire that she does through everywhere. Alcius, you're in your own cell or are you in the cell with her?
No idea.
D2.
Oh.
Okay, you're in your own cell, you're fine.
No.
Yeah, Emberlyn, you're surrounded by your own fire. You can't see shit right now because there's fire everywhere around you. What do you do?
Mm,
You didn't think about line
I
of
tried
sight.
to think about like what happens, like if I can reason, like if it's
History
safe to
check.
drop it.
History check. Considering you don't seem to have any wounds or damage, and your clothing is wet, and, well, there would be piece of ice, but that's already been melted. You just think someone just splashed you with water.
I drop the wall of fire and just look around me if I can see who did it.
Morning, Emby.
There's a Lucas holding a bucket. There's a Lucas holding a bucket just outside your door.
And I'm going to speak just a bit too loudly as I say, "Good morning."
I hold a firebolt in my hand and just walk towards Lucas.
Oh. Lucas, is the woman here or is it me? Or is it you? You see this towering woman with a firebolt coming at you. What do you do? Lucas?
Hang on. She's just walking towards me at the minute.
Holding a firebolt.
Can I use shape water again and move all the water 5 feet and that's it?
Well, most of the water is in her clothing. The other water either evaporated or melted. Or evaporated from the... But now you don't have water. You might be able to get enough for, I guess, a few droplets, but I don't think that's gonna do anything.
In that case, I will use prestidigitation to make a very large puff of smoke and run.
Spell that.
Perception check to see which way he went.
Can I not counterspell the...
It's a cantrip. You can, but it's kind of silly to cantrip that. But if you want to counterspell that, you're gonna drop the firebolt.
Ah, that's true. Okay, perception it is.
18. While he does a nice puff of smoke, you do hear him running away in the direction he's going. Which direction are you going, Lucas? Are you going deeper or are you going outside?
I am dashing outside as quick as I can.
Yeah, he's heading outside as fast as he can.
I'm going after him.
She's
And
running.
I'm yelling, I just want to wish you a good morning.
Oh, God. Meanwhile, the turtle's sleeping peacefully.
Are there like crates or barrels knocking around?
Perception check, but you're running, so you're gonna have a split-second moment to find anywhere to hide.
Essentially, if there's a crate or a barrel, I'm diving next to it in minor illusion.
You look around as much as you can. There isn't much barrels or crates here. And if you run, the best you can find is a human-shaped rock, I would say. Very conveniently shaped.
Guess now there's two of them.
I guess there's not two of them.
No, wait. Human-shaped rock, you say? I
Yeah.
will look like a rock-shaped rock.
Okay. Okay, he's hiding himself. Evelyn, since you're looking for him, you need to roll an intelligence check to see if you can figure out what he's doing. I like to know you're still under the effects, so that's a disadvantage.
Oh. Ouch.
Even a good roll would have this. Like, you swore he dashed in his direction, but now he's gone. There is that mysteriously human-shaped rock, and a normal rock next to it. But the human-shaped rock is very distracting. It's almost like it wants to be shot.
With a
Oh,
fireball?
definitely. Do I realize that I lost him? Or
Yeah, you did lose him. Oh, and by the way, roll perception on that rock at the same time, because I want you to see if you can find out something about it. Because Lucas couldn't see this, now that you're actually looking at the rock. At closer inspection, you notice all kinds of divots and holes on the rock. And now you see it's like a human-shaped rock, and then you figure it out. This rock was carved into to be human-shaped because it's for target practice for the military. Or anyone. It's a target
it
dummy.
wants to be a target.
It's a target dummy. It's a target dummy. It's a stone target
Yeah.
dummy.
Training dummy.
Yeah, training dummy. You know what I mean?
So I am really, really, really angry. So I'm gonna fireball that stupid training dummy. 'Cause I need my anger to go somewhere.
Firebolt or fireball?
Oh.
Fireball. Yeah, it just I lost him. I'm angry now.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Lucas. I'm sorry, Lucas.
I hate you. Why did you have to question that part?
I didn't even realize that you were next to it.
Consequences have actions.
Okay. You throw a fireball at it, and the target dummy gets hit. Roll that. Lucas, are you gonna try and dodge out of the way the fireball that's coming the way to the dummy next to you?
I thought I'd sit here and charcoal cruise for the day. Yes, I'm dodging.
Dexterity saving throw.
What kind of adventure do you know that we just sit there and bug?
What's your spell DC, Amberlyn? What's your spell DC?
17.
So he fails. He's gonna take full damage.
Oh god.
Roll damage, Amberlyn.
I knew I should have got into the right trick hole.
Uh-huh.
Should have just taken a firebolt.
Yes, that too.
So, Lucas, you take 37 fire damage from your unlucky positioning.
Oh, I am officially bloodied and I haven't even had breakfast yet.
So after the fire dies down, you see a very charged Lucas that clearly tried to dive away from the incoming blast.
Yeah, I'm probably just confused. Like, where were you, the human rock?
No, the human rock is still there. It's just very charcoal. It's just the other rock is gone.
Oh, so I see. Okay.
I would answer you, but I imagine I'm wreathed in flames, screaming and trying to stop, drop, and roll.
No, it mostly have already gone out, but you're just very much feeling the afterburn.
Well, I am kind of content this happened. So I'm just gonna say good morning and turn around and walk back.
Lucas, you learned a valuable lesson this day that will always be etched into your everlasting wisdom. Do not throw water on the fire, people. They throw bigger fire back. That is now a saying that you would teach to any apprentice or offspring you might have. And they will never know that you mean it literally. Cat, you can't land a mouse match, you know that.
I wish I'd stayed on my own continent.
You would have been arrested. And put in a different jail cell and trialed. Probably for something really bad.
They wouldn't have set me on fire. I hope they wouldn't have set me on fire.
Yes.
As I picked up the guy I nicked the book from. Also.
So with that done, do you venture reconvening the jail cell with your burns?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, cat. So, eventually you all reconvene and there's still a sleeping turtle who's still knocked out. What do you do?
Well, first of all, I take a rag and dip it in some ice water and go help Lucas with his burns.
Okay. Well, there's no more ice water because the bucket was out, so you're gonna have to get some new water.
Well, the water was still on the floor, so I can just.
Yeah.
small it over.
Yeah, there's still a little bit left, but I said it's not a lot.
Yeah. Any little bit helps.
Okay.
I guess Ozzy slowly wakes up.
Yeah. And Erica just speaks to the two. It's like, after that show of comedy, I believe we still have a destination to go to. Ah, the Turtle Wakes.
Ooh. Has someone been cooking some meat? Smells good.
Oh.
Fuck you!
You do see that. You don't even need a medicine check. You can see that that Lucas is the victim of being hit by a fireball.
Huh. Anyway, what's for breakfast?
Rations.
Well, we could have rations.
Mm-hmm. You'll deduct 1 point of rations. And yeah. Otherwise, is that all? You just having some rations and then you decide to go out?
Probably a smart idea to get going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, after reconvening and I see. You decide after having breakfast, like, okay, we did the Drugar's honorable thing. We can now get the hell out of here. Do you just head out?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much to see in the
Unless
city
someone's gonna
anyhow.
stop us.
Well, first,
There is
it's
this nice bar, though. We could visit.
probably close to the
We
morning.
don't have any of the moonshine left.
Yeah, that's true.
So before you leave through the gate of this area, the guards do stop you and says like, "Halt! We have orders to inform you about some things.
Okay.
First things first. You are all... How would I say this? The king has approved of any prolonged staying. What was the other one again? And he's like, "You idiot! You're supposed to tell them that the king is gonna gracefully wait for their messaging. They can stay as long as they like. And what was the last thing again? I don't have a bloody clue. It was too early in the morning for this. Let me think. Ah, all right. And to make that, you will also be receiving a cannon." It's like, "You're receiving a cannon? That doesn't sound like the king. It doesn't sound like the general either." Not a cannon. What was it again? Oh, right. You should have it. I should have it? What do you mean I should have it? It's like, it's the bomb. Not the cannon, the bomb. Oh, the bomb. Yes. Fills with something on his belt and pulls out a small bag and hands it out. Inside here are 3 bombs. One explodes red, one explodes yellow, one explodes green. They're supposed to be used for any type of signaling. Red means go back, green means go, yellow means beware.
Why bombs though?
Why not bombs?
Fair point.
Alright, that is all. So who takes the bombs?
I will.
Yeah, probably a good idea to put those in the bag of holding.
Signal bombs. So there's 1 red bomb, 1 yellow bomb, 1 green bomb.
Eee.
We will stick all 3 in the bag of holding.
Yeah. After that, you just all head out.
Is Lucas still burnt?
Yes,
Yes.
I can tell because of the pain.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, it wasn't supposed to happen, but at the same time, I don't regret it. So Yeah.
How much damage did it take?
37.
37. Oh my fucking god. Lucas, where does it hurt?
Everywhere.
Yes.
Yes.
Ozzy just prod somewhere where he thinks it's most likely to hurt. And after a couple of seconds, he casts Cure Wounds. Oh, 17 points.
Thank you.
I noticed the last session, most of the damage taken is caused by Emberlin in some way, shape, or form.
You wonder why.
You know what? I'll do it again.
Just one more time, just to be sure.
I guess Emberlin doesn't believe in friendly fire.
Does it also hurt here? And he pokes.
Oh, yes.
Good. 26 extra healing.
You're fully topped off now.
Lucky you.
It still stinks a little, but it doesn't hurt.
Good as new. And he smacks you on the back.
I can use prestidigitation to sort out the burning smell.
Yeah. So, you all leave the city afterwards?
No, we gotta get this fixed as soon as possible, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get...
Yeah.
I'm just asking if you want to leave, yes or no.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what did we find out about the Tomb of the Grey One?
You didn't. You didn't ask much about it.
Can I still ask the guard?
If you want.
Okay, we'll ask him. Oh, by the way, where can I find the Tomb of the Grey One?
To the grey one. That's somewhere in the inside the mines, isn't it? Like, yeah, deep inside the mines. The tomb of the grey one. Meant to good for trials for many things. Kind of a tourist attraction to some. At least the entry, but the deepest part of the tomb is insane. What are you doing, kitty? What? Why do you want to know?
I want to go in.
Why are you gonna need permission of the king?
I just wanted to ask if there's anything I need to get in. So, just the permission of the king?
Yes, the permission of the king. There's nothing really that special. I want you to inside check him.
Hmm.
You get this feeling that these guards don't find the tomb very interesting or mystical. It just sounds like it's just a tomb that people just go to. But it also makes you think, if it's to them it's just nothing special, would it be in trial? There must be more to it than that.
Hmm.
But clearly these guards don't know, so there's no point in asking.
But they also don't know where it is?
They say it's somewhere. It's in the mines. Like it's somewhere in the mines, and you need the king's permission.
Okay. We're at the gate, right? At the outside gate.
What do you mean?
We're at the outside gates right now, right?
Yeah, you're basically at the outside gates in the Underdark. Like this.
I'll just quickly say, guys, I'll be right back, and then cast fly and just quickly go back to the palace.
To where?
To the king's thing, building palace. Oh.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You're casting fly to fly back to the king.
Yeah, but I'll fly low this time because I don't want to get hit by a cannon. They'll be quicker, you know. I just wanted to ask him for one thing, so might as well just fly.
You're flying to the castle. Okay.
Probably hovering with the way she's describing it.
Yeah, hovering. Yeah.
Okay, as you hover past all these people, some of them seem to be in high alert because of it. Okay, well, you're gonna get... Sorry, but you're gonna get shot regardless because you're doing something very reckless. That's a miss. I don't
I'm
even...
gonna get shot.
Yeah,
I'm
by crossbowers because you're flying for some reason.
But that'll be faster. I just want to save time.
Yes, but you're doing something that puts them on alert, and they're very trigger happy.
Ah, stupid dwarves.
No, that misses. That misses. I mean, your AC is higher than 12, so all of these miss.
Okay. Yeah, I just think stupid dwarves should just continue flying.
Phew, phew, phew. Sometimes just shoot with the crossbows, but they all just seem to miss. They're not used to flying targets as much. Must be Underdark figs. And eventually you do come to the castle gate, but you're being stopped by the guards there, naturally. And they're having their weapons out.
Hello there.
Okay, I can take the
We're
music back.
friends of the king. You said we're always welcome, to stay around and stuff. I still have one question for him. Could you relay that question? Or can I ask him personally?
You just flew through the fucking city! We said...
Hmm.
You think the king would just let you in and just do what you want? Look. That's why these outsiders don't have no respect. No respect. Yeah. Yeah. They're very pissed.
Well, your beard is beautiful. Alright, do you want to make a deal?
Yeah. You need a persuasion check.
Okay.
You're kind of in a bad situation that you put yourself in. Luckily, you're pretty persuasive. Okay. You want us to deliver a message. No weird funny stuff. Fine. Here, we'll hear it.
Just one question that I need an answer to. And I can give you something, personally, for that. And I hold out the bottle of moonshine, one of the bottles. This is really good stuff.
What is... Okay. You need to roll another persuasion check because you're doing something really stupid.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Well, they don't know that I got it from here, right?
It's still contraband. It's
Oh.
like, isn't that? It is. He's trying to pay himself with illegal booze. But it's illegal booze. Do you know how good that stuff could be? It's like, yeah, outsider booze can be really good. But you do know if we have her, it's like, so what? We could just say we confiscate off her. And we can confiscate off her now, and yeah, but then she might have a fight us, and look at her, she's on fire! She's holding booze while on fire! What do you think? Strong booze could just explode, you know that, right? It's like... I hate that you're logical. Fine. Get the booze to him. I'll do this stupid message thing. Do you give the booze?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you hand over one bottle of booze. Question now, hurry, before more guards show up.
Well, the only thing I'd like is permission to enter the Tomb of the Grey One. Real simple.
Fine. Lady on fire wants to enter Tomb of Grey One. Fine. He goes inside. Takes a bit. Eventually, other guards do show up after a few minutes, and he looks and they all look at you with their weapons raised, and he's like, "That." And the main guy's like, "Oh, relax." Apparently, you wanted to give a message to the king, and oh, right. She surrendered the illegal booze over. And the other ones, and the other guys look at him curious, like, yeah, I know. She flew in here to just ask the king a question and give us illegal booze. They just look more confused. It's like, she has illegal booze, she's on fire, she could have used that as a bomb. It's like, oh, right. They all start nodding in sequence. It's like, and you see them just all talking to each other for a moment. It's like, all right, back to your post. We're royal guards. We'll take care of it. And the other guards are like, they just shrug and just leave. They're not very persuasive, but easily persuaded. After a bit, he comes back, and the other guard comes back, and he looks at you, and he goes, "Okay, come back later to get a written permission. King is busy with the preparation of stuff. Unless you want to enter it now, for some reason."
No, we still have other things to do, so I don't mind coming back for it. But it's nice to know that I should come back for it. Okay. Well, thank you. I'll be back, and I can fly back. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
This time the guards ignore you, because they already know you're leaving. You really need to stop scaring these poor Drugar.
Like I'd care.
They're gonna shoot you for that.
They can try.
Not 6.
Okay. Like 10 minutes pass for you guys, and eventually Amberlyn comes back out.
Oh, okay, guys. I'm done. We can
What
go.
was that for?
Just need to ask for permission for something, and basically got it. Just need to come back for a written permission, but ask the question.
Mhm.
Let's go.
Okay.
So, you all decide to head. You know which way you're heading to, right?
This way, right?
Yes. Just double checking. So,
I
you
wish
all...
it was marked in some way.
Marked? You mean like Marktplaats? Okay, so you're back to the traveling east. Some time passes, and of course you come past this city, the one that originally attacked you, but they're ignoring you this time. You do see a few Druga patrols, but otherwise, they ignore you. You've already been acknowledged, you've already been inducted to everything, so you're not gonna get attacked by them for the time being. Unless you do something
For the time
stupid.
being.
Unless you do something stupid.
Quite likely.
So, routing wise, do you have any idea how you want to tackle this? Well, you probably don't go through the river, but you might have to go past where the Manticores were a few days ago.
We could just go back to the surface lands and then go to the Quaggoth territory from there.
Yeah, that goes through the Manticore place. But the only other path you could take is going through the river. But do you want to?
I don't think the river is a good idea with MB.
Yeah.
I don't like water. True.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, bridge.
You can fly over it.
I can make a bridge.
I can swim. You can fly. I don't know about the rest.
But is it faster? Like, can we just take the bridge? Anyhow.
It isn't faster, but it is untread territory, for one, and second, you could use it to avoid the Manticores.
I don't really mind.
And on the map, there are still some buildings there. There's like a fortress there and a small city. And a way to go deeper, so... And if you really want to know, that is technically controlled. Those are controlled by the Chimerians, by the way. Those are Chimerian structures down there.
Well, might as well find out what all of that, what it is, right?
Mhm.
Oh,
So you want to go? So you want to go there?
Yep.
What does everyone else want?
Okay. So you decided to head towards the marked structure over here to avoid the manticores in this area. So I'm gonna guess that your pathing is gonna be something like this, right?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Straight line.
A straight line as we can, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. You decide. You walk. You walk. You all decide. Hey, there's a manticores nearby. Should we deal with that? Should we stealth along them? It's also pretty dark here, and well, we're gonna have to keep the lights out, or else the manticores are gonna find us, and we might have to deal with them. So you decide maybe the straight route to get on a path where the cameras are in control is probably the best idea instead of the path that is the fastest. Okay, let me roll something. Oh, okay. As you leave the Drugard territory, the darkness starts settling in again. It is the Underdark. There's not much lighting right now. It is quite open, dark, hard to navigate. So you try to listen in for the sound of water. Unless someone wants to put him a light. Does anyone want to cast light, or is anyone saying, no, we're going to stay undetected?
I don't have light, so
Do you have dark
I
vision?
have dancing.
no.
Emberlyn does show a little bit of light with their hair, but not much. Not enough to, be an actual light source.
Okay, I'll cast dancing lights.
Okay, there are now some dancing lights around the party, so you now have some good vision. It's at least nicer than just pure darkness.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
The advert. So you keep heading into an eastern direction, walking. And despite being the Underdark, it's very peaceful right now. Which, considering the Underdark is considered one of the most dangerous areas, is kind of odd, to say the least. And how calm this section of the Underdark is. Because it also makes you imagine how much the Chimerians keep this place in order. And the more you think about that, and what you know about the Underdark, the more you're amazed about how this species that rebelled against the Archmages is able to keep this section of the Underdark so peaceful as possible as it is. It might also make you think how dangerous the Archmages were in their prime. For some of you, it's literally like the idea of the Archmages could literally take over the Underdark and make it the most peaceful place ever, but you'd be under the Archmage's control, which is probably not better. It might be better than being controlled by the Ifrit, but at the same time,
Probably not.
considering the crazy things they do, you could be at the end of an experiment all of a sudden. And they wouldn't care. At least the Ifrit would kill you. Or, you could be turned into something like a Chimerian and be thousands of years in suffering. So, dark thoughts aside, and so you eventually do find your way to the river. A large, lushing river that flows strongly through the Underdark. There are indeed some mushrooms growing nearby and other underground plant life. Quite lush here. No glowing mushrooms this time. No bioluminescence. In fact, if you didn't have the light and you would be deaf, you would be running right into this river and be carried away by its raw strength. But you can also hear it, so even without the lights, you would have found it. So now in front of the river, what do you do?
Now I have to get across?
Yeah?
Oh, Lucas, you said you could create a bridge. Go for it.
Right, I'm going to use shape water and freeze chunks of the water to make a.
How far do you get it cast?
You can choose an area of water that you can see within range and that fits within a 5-foot cube.
Mm-hmm.
But I can have 2 of these effects active at the same time, so it's like I usually do 5-foot cube of ice, step onto it, make the next one, step onto that, and keep going.
So basically, Breath of the Wild Cryonis.
Exactly, Breath of the Wild Cryonis, yes.
Okay.
I'm so glad the reference was got.
From where do you cast the first cube?
I'll probably cast that right at like the edge of the river in front of me.
Okay. So you freeze it to the ground, and then you
Yeah.
freeze. And then you do notice that it's a little bit wobbling, like it didn't hit the bottom of the river. So this is a deep river. It's ice floating on the river now.
Okay. I'm going to cast the next one and see if it goes moving away from us.
Do you attach it to the first cube? Yes or no?
Not to start with. I'm going to see if it just disappears first, and then I'm going to try attaching it.
Well, the moment you begin, it starts floating away a bit, but because the currents are pretty strong. But you do freeze it eventually to the second one, but it's not, 1-to-1. It's like a little bit, not like this, but more like a bit off.
Okay. Hang on. My 20 intelligence has spotted a small flaw here. If I get rid of the first cube, the second one's going to have nothing tying it down. And I'm going to go off down the river.
Hey! And the river is at least 50 feet, so you need at least 10 cubes.
I don't think this is going to work, and I'm going back to the shore.
Why not? Looks like a solid plan to me.
Let's just say I'm a bit less eager to split the party than you are all the time.
I can swim.
I won't.
Aw. You can fly.
I know. But I mean, he probably still think he could make a bridge. So I went to the river.
A bridge would be convenient.
You see a fairy companion walking over to the ice bridge and then looks at it. Looks sturdy. Why can't it continue? Why can't you make more cubes?
Because I can only make 2, and I have to get rid of 1 to make the next one. As soon as I get rid of that one, I'm just going to demonstrate. I'm going to get rid of the first cube and probably watch the second one go. Phew!
What if you don't disappear that first one? Stupid.
I refer you back to the part where I said I can only make 2.
Lucas, did you remove the first cube?
Long river.
Did you remove the first cube?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to point out she's on the ice bridge. That's why I'm like. That's why I confirmed it.
Oh no.
So as you disconnect it, the second one starts floating off in the current. He's like, I get it!
Good for you.
And Erica just looks at you for a moment, like, you do realize what you've just done, right?
It's not my fault this party seems to suffer from intellectual osmosis.
Yeah. And perhaps... Before even Erica could finish a sentence, you in the distance, where your fairy friend got pushed away drifted away to, you see a large green-like explosion with flowers flying into the air. And you get Erica go, oh dear. She tried it again. Does anyone want to check out what that explosion was about?
Yeah.
Sure.
You may roll perception to look in the direction of the explosion. Because of it,
boy.
because it was a.
I don't want to. Right.
Okay, Emberling, you look towards where the explosion was, but it's a little bit too dark to see. The dancing light do not give enough view for you to see them. Poppy, as the lights dim from the explosion, you notice where you think your fairy companion and the ice cube will be, but they're both gone. But the river currents seem to have died down. Lucas, same with you, but you also look more into the direction, and you have no idea, but you just look in the distance, and you start to think, and it's like, am I seeing things? Moonraven, you as Algiers can make out what you see in distance. There's, for some reason, a giant beaver dam there, and sitting on top of it is a giant beaver.
Huh, kitty.
That's a beaver.
Oh. Okay. What do you... I guess you're gonna head towards the newly formed beaver dam.
If they allow us.
Like-
Damn, that's big.
Well, Erica's heading that way, so I guess you're all heading that way. You come to the side of the beaver dam, and you see this giant beaver with a green mossy tail sitting on top of it. Your fairy friend doesn't seem to have any sign of her nearby. And you see Erica looking at her, looking at the beaver dam, and it's like, well, it is a bridge, so to speak. I believe the wild magic has given her a positive outcome this time. I would disrupt the river flow on the other hand. What are you guys doing?
Are we gonna cross that?
Well, the giant beaver is looking at you, but it seems docile. You may roll insight or nature check if you want to know more about the beaver.
Insight?
Insight. If you want insight, if you want to know its intention, nature check if you want to know more about it. Lucas, beavers are herbivores, so it's not gonna attack you. It could attack you with the size different and its giant teeth and probably rip you apart. That's probably scary, but it's still a beaver, so it should be fine. Amberlynn and Poppy, if you look at this creature, basically it just appeared, but the way it posed itself, it seems like it was here, like it's been here for ages, and perfected its dam. You do not just appeared here, but the way it presents itself, it's like it's always been here. Moonraven, you look at this giant fey-like beaver and you understand it. You understand on a spiritual level. This beaver is pleased with itself. It has stopped a roaring river. It has no intention of fighting it. It is just basking in its glory of being successful in making a beaver dam this powerful.
Fuck yeah, I walk up close to it.
So you start walking over the beaver dam. It's a little bit
Yes,
hard.
towards beaver.
Yeah, it is wide enough. Like it is as wide as a bridge, and you're like, okay, careful, don't fall into any holes because this beaver is trying to sleep inside it. And you walk over to it. And what do?
I pet it. Very well done.
It lets you stroke its majestic fur.
Hell yeah.
And it just stands there.
Hey,
Right.
right there! I start going over the bridge as well. Or over the bridge, over the dam, sorry.
Yeah. Erica also follows. I guess the rest of you also follow?
Sure.
So, Poppy, you can also pet the beaver.
No, duh, I do.
Puppy.
And the rest... What is the rest? Was Lucas? And what are you two doing on the beaver dam?
I'm not petting the beaver.
It doesn't care.
Aww.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cross.
I'm just gonna go try to get off the river as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm. Erica actually stops around the beaver and starts looking around. Now, where would she be? Does any of you help her?
Nope. Gonna get the land.
I go over and ask her, what's up?
I'm simply looking for a fairy companion. If my estimations are correct, she is supposedly somewhere buried here.
Huh. Beaver, have you seen any fairies around here?
The beaver raises its tail, and underneath is a knocked out human-sized fairy.
Thank you.
Like it was keeping her safe.
That's debatable.
She is knocked out, by the way. She's just out cold.
Found her.
Honestly, with how this day is going, I half expected her to be the beaver.
No. No, that would have been funny, though. Now you have a beaver companion. And then she turns back and that's a beaver woman. That's weird. But no. She's just under the beaver. You just pick her up. And Erica goes like, oh. She did. And thus she is overexerted. Told her magics do affect differently in this realm. Oh well. She looks at you, Lucas. I believe you should carry her. Lucas, how do you respond?
And I'll carry her.
Excellent. Okay, so you eventually get, the fairy eventually gets past you on your shoulders. She's not that heavy despite being a silver fairy. She's actually pretty light, considering her size. Like, she's at least, you would guesstimate that her weight is about half what she's supposed to be. But then again, Fae, so who knows? She's still Fae in nature. And yeah, you eventually cross the river to the other side. And how would I say this? There's about now a beaver dam here. And this part of the river, well, I have to actually draw this. This is hilarious. It's now more like this. Like,
Beautiful drawing on your map.
yeah. Like, it has mostly... It has thinned significantly because of the beaver dam. And slowed down the flow of the rest of the river in this area.
That's fine. I'm sure that won't come back to bite us in the ass later on.
Yeah. So you get to the other side. Okay, so you get to the other side and you head your way to the fortress-like structure. Of course, before you even get near the fortress, a patrol of Camarians heads your way and stops you. Like, well, stops you, you meets with you. Because clearly they saw the explosion. And noticed things. What do? You're being approached by guards.
Oh, hi! I just wave.
And the guards look at you, look a bit curiously at you all. And whom might you be?
It's rude to not introduce yourself before asking other people who they are.
I believe we are the arbiters of these lands, so withholding information would be very unwise. Man, these sound more pompous than the last ones. Than the ones you know.
That's rude.
Anything else? Anyone gonna say anything?
Hello there.
I'm Arceus.
I'm Lucas' son, Nicholas. These are my friends,
Wow.
and we're currently engaged in business on behalf of the Chimerians.
They discuss to each other and it's like, and then one of them speaks up. The outsiders who are going to infiltrate the Eldritch, the Illithid, to expel them.
Informed.
We were informed. We were just not expecting you to head down this route.
In fairness, neither were we. So
We weren't really damn sure about anything, to be honest.
I know what you just did.
It was either this way or we go through the manticores.
Manticores. There's manticores nearby. They must have made a new habitat. They must have made a new habitat nearby. The Drugar never patrol their sections correctly, so they could have easily built a nest somewhere.
yeah, I think we saw a pair of them over in that kind of general direction, stalking us the other day.
Hmm. And what was the explosion then?
Well, we were attempting to cross the river,
Mm-hmm.
and our first attempt was not successful. And in demonstrating why that attempt was not successful to one of my party, I kind of trot off down the river.
And how did this explosion change the flow of the river?
Wild magic?
Erica just goes, wild magic. Everyone, did you see all of them look at each other? And then they notice the fairy on your back and they're like, wild magic. At that point, just accept it. Yeah, okay, wild magic. I'm guessing something has changed the water flow. Do you know exactly what?
Are you familiar with what a beaver is?
They all look at each other for a moment and it's like, that's a creature from the upper realms. They are not part of the
anymore.
Underdark.
Well, you have one now.
A beaver has established itself within the rivers and has changed the flow. A singular rat-like creature. I like to remind you that beaver was way bigger than you were, so no, that's a giant beaver. No, it's a bigger beaver than you think.
It was not a. It was a big beaver.
Yes, this is not a regular-sized beaver. This is a giant beaver.
A giant beaver.
Yes.
And I'm guessing Fey in origin.
Maybe.
Yes.
I see. The river being less flowing can cause issues, but now that there's a giant Fey beaver to deal with as well, we might have to discuss some diplomatic matters with the Fey now. And he's someone. Shouldn't we just arrest them? It's like, no, we're not gonna arrest them. You know how the Underdark functions here. If the Fae are here, if there's no Fae here, it will cause a different shift in ecology. It's our job to make sure that everything stays as peaceful as possible. If this is a better outcome, we must oblige by it. Yes, but what if these outsiders? Right. He looks. One of the guards, the guard is speaking up, looks at you. Please refrain from using any wild magic within this section of the Underdark. These kind of large, Fey-like changings can cause massive chaos within this, and in doing so, might reveal the secrets of the Archmages towards the wrong crowds. Thank you.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Got it.
You may now journey along.
Bye.
The guards are still going to head towards the beaver dam to investigate. But otherwise, they're just going to let you go because you guys check out. So what's the path you're taking now? Well?
So we're now over here, right?
Yeah, you're now here.
Okay.
Why can't I draw there for some reason? Oh, whatever.
This is a fortress, I'm assuming?
Yeah, when you get close to it, it is indeed a fortress, an actual fortress. Not like the fortress you saw at Elifisen. This is actually a very large fortress that can hold at least 800 men.
Jeez, this place is big.
And you probably think this fortress was vestiged here to keep an eye on the Drugar. Considering that the Drugar can throw a fit and start a war at any moment, it's no surprise that there's probably a bigger fortress here, considering they're both within cannon range. Well, the cannons, you know, if one gets close to the river, they can shoot, and if the Chimera's going to go, they will shoot. As I say, you would defer to others and just focus on following them while not dropping the human ferry.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that there's nothing in the fort, so I guess we walk past it?
You can always walk to the fort and check in, but you don't think there's anything of interest in there for you. You're just going to meet with the military people and they'll just be confused just like the guards. They might have been informed by the other guards about your visit. But no, you don't really feel like there's going to be any use of there. You could maybe talk and maybe do a few things, but it's just on the route.
Yeah, so we just move along, I guess?
Yeah.
So you eventually get on the path.
I agree.
Okay. So you eventually get on the path, and you're now in the area called Death's Descent. You may roll a check on Death's Descent just since you're here now anyway, if you want to think about it.
So, which one do we have to choose? Check?
History. Alzius.
I'm an expert.
Alzius, Poppy, you both think about what Death's Descent might be. And then you're like... Death's Descent. What is that? It's like... That sounds like a double wrong. What? It's just double... It just sounds weird. I don't know. Emberlyn? You did read a little bit about the culture, but, well, you did do a little bit of research about Chimerian culture in the library at one point. You visit many of them, and you do know that Death's Descent is both an area where the Chimerians are vestiges to make sure that anything from this cave and this cave don't head right into the sealed city. For very good reasons. But also that Death's Descent was originally set up as a military city and a military post to not only stop the Drugar from getting closer, but also anyone from certain depths. You do know that if you go for this one, there might be drow on that end as well if you follow the paths. Not the drow you're going to, but there are drow in that direction possibly too.
Oh.
So,
Okay. I relay the information and just say, they're not the drow we're looking for. The ones we need.
Okay.
this is not the drow you're looking for. But this time it's actually for real. Anyway, you walk down the path, and it's mostly relaxing. The paths are well built. There's not anything on the way that you could encounter. This is actually very peaceful. This is actually well maintained. You do see a few patrols, but, well, they don't stop you. They'll just walk past you. And eventually you come to the city of Death's Descent. It is not as big a city as the city of the Chimerians themselves. It's like at least 4 buildings and surrounded by a wall. And they are indeed Archmage buildings. And you do also notice some outside the walls a few buildings that seem toppled over, as in toppled over Archmage buildings, and they've been in decay for at least centuries, from what you can tell. So yeah, that's only. You're now at the city of Dead Descent. Do you enter the city? Do you ask to enter the city, or are you just gonna go around it or go through it? Just so you know, you've been about traveling for 2 hours now.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything worth seeing for us in there.
Suppose we can always come back.
Oh.
We'll just carry on.
Sure.
For now, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So, do you go around it or you just go through it?
Let's go around.
Okay. You go around, you go past some ruins. And despite, you get a closer look at some of the ruins, and despite it being in decay for at least a few few centuries, most of the building materials still remain intact. Like, you could literally just, if you know how, deconstruct parts of these buildings and rebuild them somewhere else. It's quite impressive how long these buildings have endured. Despite being toppled over or destroyed or whatever. But they're in a state of decay. Okay, that all? Then I'm guessing you go down the path further.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you keep going up through the path, spending some time. There. This section. This part of the Underdark is a bit more well lit. There's some magic crystals along the road to light up the path. In distance, you do see the watchtowers, keeping an eye on everything. And you feel relatively safe here. Like, this part of the Underdark feels the most safest in the part of the Underdark you've ever walked. There's no Drugar, no Drows, or anything. Just the Chimerians here, and not any other wildlife that would attack you. It's just nice and relaxing.
Oh, it feels too quiet.
Mm. Well, it's nice that there's safe places around here as well.
Erica just looks around and goes, I wouldn't be surprised. All this area used to be an Archmage city. Deep within the Underdark. Even I can still sense some of the magic flowing around here. While the Chimerians might have destroyed most of the city down here, maybe with help of its inhabitants, still enough remains. In fact, Erica goes down to her knees and puts her hands on the ground. If you focus very closely, you can still sense the magic that was cast here long ago still flow through the lands. You may all try
I
to.
need to put my hands to the ground as well.
You do need to roll an Arcana check, but if you all want to do it, those want to do it, you can do an Arcana check.
I can't, otherwise I'm going to drop the fairy.
Yeah, so you can't.
I also use this one. Does that?
Yeah, that helps. Poppy, I'm going to go with you later because you're casting Detect Magic. Emily, you put your hand on the ground and you do sense it, the flow of magic in these lands. It is flowing through most of this section of the Underdark. If you just feel around, you can, if you could hone your senses completely, you could almost project yourself anywhere where this magic touches and see what's going on there. This might be a way for the Chimerians even to keep an eye on everything within the Underdark and keep the sealed city safe. It's no wonder that this magic hasn't faded yet. It must have been well maintained. Poppy, you get the same sensation, but because you cast Detect Magic, oh my god! You see the magic surrounding it, surrounding the area. Every crystal, everything. It's like a network of magical strings going through the ground, spreading everywhere.
Oh! I just my head starts spinning and I just flop back. Wow, that's a lot of magic.
That's why you don't when someone says there's a lot of magic here, you can't see Detect Magic can sometimes just flashbang you.
Well, I've never been in an area with so much magic before, so...
You have several times already, but this is the first time you cast Detect Magic in him.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I've never actually done it with that much of it.
And I believe casting Detect Magic is very unwise, because it might be an over-stimulating effect.
Should have told me earlier.
I thought my implication was enough. She gets up. We need to... Either way, it's no surprise that this area is so well maintained and quiet. We are essentially walking on the remains of an archmage civilization maintained by the Chimerians.
So the archmages were here?
That much is obvious. This used to be a city of theirs. I'm not surprised they were able to build cities that went from the surface all the way to the Underdark.
So I guess they all died then somehow?
I do not think perished is the way they went. I think they simply left. Some might have perished, but most must have left at one point. The archmages are known for not wanting to have too much conflict. In that sense, they are cowards with how much power they have. And considering the Chimerians were their workers, having to deal with an uprising of your workers who do all the physical labor, know all your inner secrets, it would be fighting yourselves. I guess they simply gave up and fled, leaving behind all that they had. A little bit of Archmage lore. To be fair, considering what they've been doing, them avoiding conflict doesn't seem far-fetched. Seems pretty much up their MO. Anyway, do you stop Detect Magic and then you can all go back on your merry way, I guess.
Yep.
Eventually you come across a bridge, well, over here. That's the path. And it's a sturdy stone bridge. You don't have to worry anything. The river's still roaring here. Seems a bit more, but when you look at it, the water seems to be a little bit higher and hitting the bridge a lot. This might have to do with the fact that the beaver dam has stemmed the flow of one side, and now the water starts more flowing in this side. You're not certain, but the bridge will hold regardless.
Okay, let's go.
You'll safely cross the bridge, and you eventually find yourself nearing the sealed city with your, how would I say? Sealed friend inside? Time dilation? everything. It's
Mhm.
definitely
Yeah,
close.
that was like that was a lot.
Yeah. So you head down the path, and you come to the fork in the road over here. Oops, that's a butt. There. So do you go south or north? Oh, well, if you go south, you go to the sealed city. You can say hi to your friend if you want to, or you can go straight north off the path. Or you can follow the path a bit and then go north into Quakeoff territory.
Could just go north, right?
Probably a good idea. I mean,
Yeah.
we have time, but it's probably better to get this done with as soon as possible.
Indeed.
Okay. Okay. You decide to go off the path and head straight north, cutting through most of the path. So, more like this, right? That's what you're doing.
Yeah. Yep. Half of convenience.
Eventually, you can hear something in the distance. Bong. The long echo of a bell.
Oh, right, that's also nearby.
You're reaching out to hear it. And then a minute passes, and again. Bong. Bong. It just keeps... Every minute, the bell chimes.
Wonder what time it is.
You try to look up, but underdark. So you're like, right, I can't see. Your sense of time is off still. And those bells do not those bells are not may make you think about time, but you do know every time the minute passes, the bell rings.
Hi, every minute. That's so silly.
Don't say, can I know history about the Bell of Everlasting Tool? You don't know anything. You have not done research on it, so you have no idea what it is. You just don't know what it is at all.
That's why I'm not saying anything.
But if you want, you may do an Arcana check to see what kind of magical effects the bell has. You may roll insight on the Chimerians to think what kind of thing thing they might do on this. Or you may roll nature check on the what kind of effects the echoes have on the surrounding areas.
Okay, I'm gonna. This is probably. You know what? Fuck it. That was awful.
Okay. Ozzius, you got anything?
Nah.
Okay. It's just a bell. It makes you think of churches. That's good. Poppy, you try to make sense of the magical effects of it. You get the same sensation that this magic is supposed to have a specific effect on the surrounding areas. You don't know which one, or if it has any hypnosis effects or anything. Lucas, you try to sense out the magic as well. You get more a beat on it, and you notice that this spell is meant to strengthen specific effects in the area. It might also be the reason why it's still not worried. No, Matrada has taken. Not worried. But but you also sense the nature of the magic, and the nature of the magic seems odd, to say the least. For some reason, you sense an evil aura behind the bell. It's not affecting you, but there is an evil aura to it. Amberlin, insight. You might at first you consider why would the Chimerians have a bell going off every time? Consider this near Quagoff territory, but when you think about it, the bell might actually have. When you think about what the bell might do, the bell might not be to scare off the Quagoff, but more or less, it might not be. It might have been removed because it's unremovable by the Chimerians, and they have to keep it around.
Well,
You may
whatever the bell is, it's probably not that important at the moment. Honestly, I kind of want to see if we can do this deal with the Quagoff and then get to the Drow City. Just in case that Drow we made a deal with gets impatient.
I agree.
Yeah. You may also look in the direction of the bell, and you do see actually a. Well, how would I say this? No, not 30. 23-story high tower with a giant bell on top of it.
That's a big tower.
A big tower with a huge bell, so it's no wonder you can hear it from here. And surrounding it are several large structures. It does look Archmage in origin, so this is an Archmage structure.
That's why they can't remove it, probably.
If anyone wants, you may roll a religion check on the structure, though.
My religion is awful.
Yeah.
Yet somehow I did better.
So, Ozius, the way while the tower is really large and the buildings surround it, considering you know your church as well, I'm going to give you at least that leeway. You're not going to get the full result, but you're going to get that leeway. You know that at least the way this building was set up, that's not supposed to be some sort of holy site. The way it's built, you get this urgent this sensation of death coming from it. Papi and Lucas, I would say you guys are in the same ballpark. The way this whole build up, the building is first, you try to look at it, and the more you look at the structure, the more you see the fact that the structures have no windows or anything. It's just closed off, and the bell keeps ringing. From what you can tell, it feels like the whole building is supposed to keep things inside. Emberlin, you get the feeling that what's there is not just anything to keep inside. The bell is supposed to both keep things inside, enhance something, but at the very least, the way the buildings are set up, with that large tower, the bell is supposed to make sure that the dead stay rested. That you can all tell that from how the building is set up and how the bell is tolling every minute. It's supposed to keep the dead asleep.
Yeah, not creepy at all.
And now you understand why it's an evil bell. Keeps the dead asleep.
Only the dead would sleep, but the dead would sleep better if there wasn't a great big bloody bell going off every minute.
Yeah. But yeah, ominous. Very ominous. And with those rolls combined, you can pretty much figure out the reason, probably why the Chimerians have not tried to remove this building and keep that or stop that bell from ringing, is because if that would do, whatever dead might be sleeping there might waken and well, considering this is an arts-based society and wizards, when they die, can become liches, you might put two and two together what's all sleeping there.
Oh, that is
That might
Wait a
just...
minute.
You might think there might be dead archmages there that could transform into liches, and you totally don't want that there. And probably archmages didn't want to deal with that either. That's why they created that.
Large building, nobody touching it, no windows. It's a bloody prison.
Yeah. It's... It's a... It's a prison for...
Well, that's not very pleasant to think about.
Okay, we are going to avoid the belled prison.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's not go near it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a bit creepy, right?
Yeah,
Moving on.
indeed.
I guess, like... Okay. You keep heading north, deeper, deeper into the Underdark. The light starts to fade once again. Your vision limited. No lights. And unless someone wants to cast lights.
Boop.
Boop. Okay, Ozzy has now light and is now leading the pack, so to speak.
Oh no.
So to speak. I think Lucas is still pointing in the right direction. He says like, that way, Ozzy. Whoop, that way. I almost let her go. Or maybe, I don't know, someone is leading them. And you keep heading deeper and deep, and you get even deeper. And eventually you start feeling the floor feeling a bit more soggy. And you also notice that there are some patches of, how would you say that? Flora growing around, like actual underground plants that don't require sunlight.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, that's neat. Do you want to deal with guys? Want to do anything with it? Because that's what I'm asking.
Um, what does it look like?
How would I describe it? It feels it's a bit yellowish, in color. Some have green coloration, but it looks more like moss. And there's also some purplish coloration in between.
Yeah, I've already had my share of weird plants and spores in the Underdark. I ain't touching it. I ain't eating it either.
You may make a nature check to see if it's poisonous.
May as well do a nature check.
Well, Lucas, you should eat it. It might be good for you.
Poppy, from what you can tell, this stuff is safe to walk over and basically safe to consume, but it will taste horrible. But you could touch it and eat it safely. If anything, if anything, this is probably a way to this area would attract quite some herbiphoric creatures.
Ah, okay. I informed the others of that as well.
Oh, it's safe to eat? Oh, Lucas, don't eat it then.
Well, if it's safe to eat, why don't you have a nice big bite?
That's it? Okay. You trudge on ahead into Quagov territory. You get more the sensation that this part of the Underdark has patches of grass, stone, everything. Feels like a very variable biome for many different creatures. You don't see them right now, but some might be... Well, you would think nocturnal, but it's always nocturnal here. So you might think that there might be some sort of cycles going on here. Poppy, as a ranger, you would know that by default that these kind of areas would be considered some sort of savanna. So there will be times where different types of creatures will be walking around and different types of creatures will be hunting. It's no wonder that the Quagov would prefer it here.
Makes sense.
There's always something to hunt. So, you keep going, and I want you people to roll a perception check.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, crap. Not again!
Could be worse.
Lucas, you're not rolling? Lucas?
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just checking if you want to roll, yes or no.
Yeah, I'm rolling.
Poppy, you don't notice anything in the area. Lucas, you get this feeling. I don't know what. But there might be some sort of creature nearby. For all you know, it could be just an underdark bat. So maybe you want to look up for some bats. Emberlyn, you do have the sensation of people walking nearby for some reason. Don't know where, but they're nearby. Ozzy is with a 24. Ozzy is you. You don't even get the sensation. You just hear it. The light making you very easy to be tracked. There are several creatures nearby. They're very organized. They seem to be taking... You... How would I say this? You notice how they're moving within the darkness to different spots with cover, so you don't see them if you can't see them. You don't know how many there are, but they're nearby. But they're nearby.
Got it. I point my quarterstaff towards one calmly and walk towards him.
Okay. You want to do that? You really want to do that? Okay. Osius, you with your quarterstaff decide. I'm gonna walk towards where one of these creatures are.
Yep, this is where I cast the light on, so...
You all see Osius treading ahead into one direction. And before you know it, several objects are being thrown at you. Okay. I'm gonna make some rolls.
Oh, Lord.
Uh-oh.
One moment. I'm looking up all the correct stats. Okay, so... Fail, critical fail, and how much is your AC?
20. Oh, wait. Let's see. Do I have any? I still have Shield of Faith on, so 20.
Okay. One attack hits you. You take 14 points of piercing damage from a spear.
Huh. Now that's rude.
Now that's rude. Yeah, you just triggered an encounter.
Oh boy.
Mm.
Roll initiative.
Roll initiative.
Yippee.
Been a hot minute.
Yeah, I need to reveal the areas correctly.
This is another fine mess you've gotten us into. Oh, God damn it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I don't want to pop it out. Please go back. Please go back. I didn't want to pop it out. Thank you. Oh, that's loud. That's loud. Okay. Da, 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 da. Oh my god, guys. What are these rolls?
Are they not having good a day today?
No, it's not. By the way, look if you can put down the fair if you want to.
Oh, good.
He's still knocked out, but it's not that our HP is 0 or anything, so you don't have to worry. Okay, so you'll need to roll for first roll to do this one, which is... Yep. Yes. Not that good of an initiative, but whatever. Okay. Okay. Got some good news. Erica rolled a 20. Of course she did. And now for this. Oh God. They're doing some quick rolls here. Okay, so wow, that's gonna be awkward. Okay, let's move that. Four is going to be 1. One at least rolled a nat 1, so there was people who rolled lower than you guys.
Yippee.
Yeah, those were all the high rollers. The rest all rolled like shit. I don't think you're safe. Okay. And you're free. There. Okay. So, first on the line. Why is the music not looping?
Also, if you have a battle map, you should also change it for us.
I am. I was just setting things up. There.
Okay.
Boop. You don't see him yet because you're not because they're hiding.
Rude.
I am gonna, however, mark. I'm gonna mark the direction the text came from. These are the marks. Those directions.
What?
You see them me
Where?
drawing. the arrows? You see the arrows, right?
Why are
No,
there 2 Aussies?
I don't even see one token. I'm refreshing.
Huh? Are they in the wrong layer? No, they're on the right layer.
Yeah, I saw the arrows.
Yeah.
I'll reload anyway,
Um,
but I'm pretty sure I saw the arrows.
My roll 20 is broken.
Okay, dear Lord. Yeah, so much screen share for him.
There is an Aussie 4 squares in front of Lucas.
Ah, now I see.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I can even see arrows.
Cool. Okay, so I'm saying get ready because while we have a few minutes, we can at least start this battle. First up is Erica with her 20. No surprise. She doesn't have any targets, so let's see. Can she do something to lighten the mood? Oh, right. Oh, she can also do that. I think that's a bit too much, so... I'm first gonna move her slightly closer. Over here. Then she just sighs. Some people are foolish.
Yeah.
And some creatures are foolish too. Okay, yep. That's what she's gonna do. She's gonna cast clouds of daggers into the direction of where the spirits came from. Does she know exactly? No, that. Gonna roll quick perception if she knows where it came from. She totally knows where it came from, so she's gonna put a cloud of daggers over here, which I'm gonna have to reveal now because she can see it. There. Which does reveal a creature jumping out in surprise. Come on. Come on. There.
What the hell is that?
May roll nature check.
Ah! Come on. Jesus. Oh, folks.
Poppy, you try to recognize this creature as it jumps out from a cloud of daggers, and you instantly recognize that that's a Quagoff! You're being attacked by Quagoffs!
Oh, great.
Which was not really surprising considering the nature they are in. You've been targeted. You've entered their territory, now you're hunted. Okay, that's the end of her turn because she didn't hit it on the target's thing. Ironically, that's the turn of this Quagoff, and he's gonna take damage because he's next to the cloud of daggers. Takes 9 points of slashing damage. Which does some decent damage. It hisses loudly in a tongue. Does any one of you speak Undercommon?
Pretty sure we don't. Nope.
No.
Nope. Nobody.
I could if I cast tongues.
But then it is your turn yet.
Yep.
So it is gonna get the fuck away from the cloud of daggers. I'm gonna move over here. And it's gonna chuck another spear at you, Ozzius. It has 3 spears on its back, so it misses, don't worry. It rolled under 20. And that's the end of that one's turn. Next up is this one. Over here. This is over here. Waits, holds action. Which was next? As I said, you guys did not roll very good. Yeah, so still
It's fine.
gonna go over here. And Poppy, you're up.
Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna become invisible. Boop,
Okay,
with Carbuncle.
okay. You're both invisible. Congratulations.
Yeah. I'm going to, because it's, how far is the furthest place anyway? Where, oh, I was like, where the hell was the measuring? Yeah, okay, I'm going to move over here.
Okay,
It's gonna go over here.
okay. Anything else?
For now, not. I'm just gonna hold an attack in case one of them pops up in front of me somewhere.
Okay. That's good to know. Okay.
Then, yeah, I'm done for now.
Okay. Cool. Cool. No. And few turns, and you may go ahead, Lucas.
Okay. I think I'll just do my usual trick. Bonus action to steady aim, and we will throw a firebolt
Mm-hmm.
at this one.
Okay, roll attack. Did you roll 26 or did you roll 26? I think you rolled a 26.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think I might roll 26. Yeah.
No, you rolled 26. Pretty sure of that.
No,
Or
wait, I made a
26.
mistake. I rolled 26.
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
see?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It's looking at the wrong side of the sheet.
Also, just reveal this because Poppy went a bit more this way and Carby went more this way, so we can reveal this part of the map. Yay. That hits, and I take 10 points of fire damage. Not going down. There's 30 creatures.
That's more where that came from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Next up. Yeah, that's Emberlyn.
We can still only see one, right?
Right now you can only see one, yes.
And Fluff go first, or after me.
Excusez-moi?
Can Fluff go first, or can you
Fluff
only
shares
take
your
his
turn,
after
yes.
me?
Fluff shares your turn.
He's gonna try polymorph on the thing.
Polymorph into what?
Chicken.
Chicken. I just like how you said chicken. Chicken. Okay, I I have to roll. What do I have to roll again?
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I will roll a wisdom save. Does a 7 succeed?
Nope.
So, for in a few moments, I need to. Okay, you know what? This should be funny. Well, are you gonna load in or are you gonna be a little? Okay, well, then let's do this one. There we go. Pop! Chicken.
Well, I mean, Flowering Mains did tell us that we had to make sure that they know that we are a predator and not prey. So now they are prey.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken.
Chicken. You just turned that one into chicken using Fluff's polymorph. Congratulations. Cats, what do you want?
How far is this? 30 feet. I can walk 30 feet, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna use my action to grab the chicken and hold him over my head and be like, "We can do this."
What?
Do you? So you want to grab the chicken?
Mm-hmm.
When you roll dexterity throw to see if contested dexterity.
Oh dear.
Oh my god! I can't believe you guys had a draw
Oh.
again.
Oh.
Please roll again. You barely beat it.
Oh.
So you
Oh,
successfully
you were
grabbed the
supposed to
cat's chicken before it could react and hold it up above your head.
We were supposed to make a point to them, right?
I'm not sure if they
This is me
understand this point,
This is
but
me making a. And I know, just trying something here. Yeah, I just stand there with the chicken. Guess that ends my turn.
okay. Okay. After that, it's a, you know, if you wore a red tunic, it would have been funnier.
Yeah.
Next up, cat, don't please. That, thank you, thank you. Yeah, yes, you're up. All the others are too slow.
Casting Shield of Faith on myself, so my AC is now 22.
Mm-hmm. Cat.
And I guess I'm going to cast Tongues on myself.
Uh-huh. Okay, that doesn't cause concentration, so that's fine.
1, 2.
Hello, Mrs. Amelia Williams. Okay. I'll just reveal this for you.
One more movement left. Wait, I don't see them?
They're hidden,
Shit.
so they're taking cover.
Well, since I cast Tongues on myself, I'll say they should understand me.
Yeah.
Stand down or die. We're here to discuss terms for a mutually beneficial arrangement.
You only get the response. You are nothing but prey.
Have you seen that chicken?
That might be more convincing.
Oh well, that's my turn.
Yeah. Okay, next up. Let's see. Yeah, it's that one. It's that one. That one. Okay, that's that one. They're moving closer. All right, top of the round. Erica's up. What can she do to reveal those things for you guys? Ooh.
Oh.
Okay. He's gonna cast Silent Image. And these are quick offs. He's gonna make a silent image of a Camarian. Ooh, that's the wrong button. Thank you. We'll just take a quick one. A quick one. Hello. Oh, it's doing this. All this. Cat! There we go. Cat. Okay, cat, could you not? Sign image of a Camarian in armor. And just pointing at it. Would that convince the Quagoffs? That's my question. Okay, good to know. I'm gonna double check if that was even right because. Okay, that was right. One of the Quagos peeks his head out and looks curiously at the image, and therefore it will reveal itself. It doesn't seem to stave off his attack, but at least one of them has been revealed. And it seems convinced. And with that, her turn is over. Give me a moment. It's the chicken turn. The chicken is unable to do anything because reasons. And, okay, the next one is this guy. This guy gets closer. And this guy's looking at the Camarian and pretty much says, "You still trespass." And throws a spear at it, and of course, sign image disappears. Seems that even a Camarian will not stop them from attacking you, just to show that you have to prove yourself. Aggressive fuckers. It seems proud it just dispersed a silent image. It might not also be the smartest things in the book. Let's see. That one's turns done. Yeah, Poppy, you're up.
Okay. So there's probably another one in this area somewhere. So I'm just gonna move it slow and move over here. Keep an eye on things. Can I do a check around in the area to see if I can spot the last one?
You may have a free action to do a perception check, yes.
Alright, I'm gonna do a perception. Ah, I didn't see it.
Nope, if it's very well hidden, but I do reveal this. It's part of the map for you guys.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hold my attack then, just in case. And Garvey is gonna go a little bit over here. Let's make it over here. Let's keep an eye on things.
Yeah. What's up, Kitty? What do you want?
Yeah, that's it for now.
I need to grab a cat for a moment. Let's at least finish this round before we call it. Okay, next up. Some Quagos are moving in sneakily. This one here. Cat! This is not the moment to be doing that. Alright. It's Cat, could you please? Lucas. Yeah, Lucas, you're up.
Okay. Well, there's no point in sacking the chicken.
No. The chicken is caught.
Oh yeah, that's well within range of what I want to do. Same as similar thing again. I'm gonna steady hands, steady aim. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast chromatic orb, but I'm gonna make it use my awaken spell book and make it like a giant ball of crackling thunder.
Okay. So it's a ball of thunder.
Yeah.
Make an attack roll. What do I have to roll?
I believe I make an attack roll. I'm targeting. Oh, for God's sake. That one.
This one, yeah, the one you can see.
Yeah.
Crit.
Oh damn!
That's 56 damage. Thunder damage.
Oh.
Yeah, that one just... While it's being caught celebrating, suddenly a chromatic orb flies across the air and smacks, detonating right on the creature. Yeah, that's dead.
Oh, I don't remember we're trying to kill it.
Yeah.
Oh, they wanted a display of power.
I mean, one
You do
dead and
hear
one's
some-
chicken.
You do hear
I
some
think they want
noises.
dead now.
That one does set off some noises, but you don't feel like the attack has ended yet.
Is it dead or
That's Lucas. Is it dead, or did you knock it out?
I more meant like, can I stabilize it?
I'm gonna say it's magic. I don't think you can pull your punches with the magic. So, yeah.
You might be able to stabilize it if you make it in time.
Okay.
It's going well, Amalia. So I'll just put it back there. So it is dead, but you could still stabilize it in time, but you have to hurry because it's death saving that point. But you just instigate it. Congratulations.
Who's the prey now? And they don't understand that. Damn it.
No, I don't understand that.
They might.
Okay. Lucas's turn is up. Emberlin's turn now. Emberlin, you with your chicken.
Yeah. Well.
I think it's being cooked over your head.
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
was wondering about that.
She has,
actually.
no, you have control over what
Okay.
it's the Ponita
If I
logic.
burn-
It's a Ponita logic. You've decided if something burns or not by your hair.
Mhm.
It's magical hair you have control over completely, so don't worry. You decide if something burns from it or not.
Hey, next time we want to have a cookout, we could just put the frying pan over your head.
Well, I need to let the chicken go to cast a spell, right?
You just need one arm.
So I can keep the chicken and cast a spell?
You need to have one arm free at least, so you need to hold the chicken under your arm then.
Ah, okay. Okay, I'll try that.
You go from this to this. The chicken is still unable to struggle much. It's stuck. It's not used to its chicken form, so it doesn't know how to escape you.
well, I'm not trying to kill it, so I'm gonna cast a fire bolt.
That one is KO'd. That one's not dead. That one's KO'd. So if you shoot
Oh,
at
that was
it,
cute.
Yes.
Oh, so we don't see any of them
Yeah, it
right
should
now.
be somewhere in this area. So
Mm. How far can I throw the chicken?
probably 25 feet.
So 30 and then 50. Oh, that's not that far. How far does Mage Hand reach? 30 feet. If I... Oh no, I can't throw and make the chicken fly, right? No, that's 2 actions.
Yeah, that's you only cast one of them.
Or if I use Quicken spell. Yeah. Would that work? I kind of want to throw the chicken in that direction. So if I use Quicken spell, first cast fly on the chicken, and then throw it, will it go further?
Read what fly does.
Oh, you touch a willing creature. Okay.
And even if it's willing, you will give it the ability to fly on its own.
and it will fly away.
Yeah, true.
Good
Oh,
idea, bad execution. You want levitate for that. Levitate is the spell
Yeah.
you want, because at that point they're going to be stuck floating in a position they can't go anywhere.
Or
Yeah,
failing
true.
that, you could have polymorphed it into a tiny little chick and used catapult. That lovely later on.
Catapult will be very handled right now.
Then I will just create a wall of fire. Why not? 60 feet. Like this.
So wait, what do
And
you
see
do?
what happens.
What are you doing?
Wall of fire. A wall of fire.
Oh, cast wall of fire.
Like this.
Okay, there. I've drawn the line. Nothing comes out. Nothing comes out. Oh, wait, I didn't put in the right layer. That's the DM layer. This is the token layer.
Nothing happens.
No, nothing comes out. You didn't hit anything.
Okay.
But there's still a wall of fire.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe it shows them some more power or something. I mean, they have a KO'd friend, a chicken, and a wall of fire, but... Oh, my turn. Try not to kill them here, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
It is really awkward for you guys. We don't want to kill him. Kinda do, but we can't. But we kinda do.
I mean, I want to cast Disintegrate, but also, no, shouldn't.
Okay, the rest will just do this. And this one's turn. Okay, Ozzy, you're up.
I move here. And cast life transference.
On who?
On the one that's downed.
Okay.
So I take 11 points of damage. They gain 22.
Okay, so they're back up.
Which would at least stabilize them.
Yeah, they're back
Slow
up.
as fuck.
And they're confused.
There's no honor in death. End this now.
Persuasion check. With advantage.
Oh.
With advantage.
Oh, wait, I do have a decent... 21.
Okay. I will remember that. For next time.
Of course.
And with that said, thank you all for coming. Hope you've been charged with joy. And yeah, we will see what our big adventurers are up to. And how they will get out of this quake of territory with a chicken in their arms. That said, it is goodbye from your Dungeon Master Kotlol. It is goodbye from Poppy.
Bye.
It is goodbye from Lucas.
Bye.
It is goodbye from Emberlyn.
Bye bye.
And it's goodbye from Ozius.
Not dead yet.
And with that said, hopefully we will see you in 2 weeks' time. Stay charged, and goodbye.
Bye.